Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yes, me too. I'm fine, lady.
Good
Nice
to
to
know.
meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you too. What is your name? How should I call you?
My name is Maichi, and you could call me Chi.
Oh, very good. You can call me, I don't know, Teacher Mary if it's easier for you.
Okay,
Okay, so
Teacher
before we
Mary.
actually start, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Um, I'm 16 years old, and I like listening to music. And I'm studying at high school for gifted student in Kabang. And my family has 4 people.
There are four people
Uh,
in my family.
okay, there are 4 people in my family. And I have a brother. Uh, and I very like animals, especially dog and cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to traveling too.
You like to traveling. Where have you been?
I have been in Hanoi, Dalat, and Nha Trang.
All in Vietnam.
Yeah, just in my country.
Have you ever traveled abroad?
Nope.
Not yet. Where would you like to
Yeah,
go?
not yet. Um, I want to go to Singapore, Singapore, or maybe China.
Oh, that's really interesting. What do you
Yep.
know about China? Hello?
Can you repeat the answer, the question, please?
What do you know about
Yes.
China?
Can you?
Hello?
Oh,
Yes, I'm here.
okay.
What
Um,
do you know about China?
China, is the most popular country of the world, and is near my country.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I know very little about China.
And what do you know about Singapore?
Singapore, I heard people say that Singapore uh, most cl- is the most clean city in the world.
Mm,
Um, and
okay, very
yeah,
good. What do
that's
you like
all.
to do in your free time?
Playing with my friends and family. We could go shopping and watch film together. Uh, or maybe take part in many activities in my school.
Okay. What kind of movies do you like to watch?
I like to watch comedy, horror film, and romantic film.
Oh, that's a really interesting choice. Very
Yeah,
good.
do you like romantic film?
Not really. My favorite kind of movies are horror films.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially the Japanese ones. Those are my favorite.
Oh, oh no, it's very scary.
Yeah, but I love the feeling when you are scared and you don't know what is going to happen next. So those
Yeah,
are my favorite kind of movies.
yes. So that's so intense.
Yes, okay. Now talk to me about your friends. What do you like to do when you
Um,
can hang out with your friends?
um, what I do?
Yes.
Um, we eat breakfast together, and sometimes we chat and share our feelings with my friend. and yeah, and I'm very close to them. They are my best friend.
How many do you have?
Maybe 6 or 5.
Six or
Yeah,
five?
a group. Yeah, we play together
Okay,
like a
what do you
group.
like to play?
Mm, Maybe we play a game
Like
and
computer games?
yeah, computer game. Do you know PUBG?
Not really. I'm terrible with computer games.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm kinda old for that.
No, no. Many people play that from our genre.
Yeah, but no. I am 32 years old, almost 33.
You look young.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
have a baby. She
Oh,
is almost 2 years. So I always looking after her.
hello, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, sorry, my connect is poor.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh,
How old is your baby?
almost 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Okay.
Okay, very good. You said that you are in a gifted, uh, in a
High
school,
school.
in a high school for gifted students.
Yep, yep.
What does that mean? Um, what is the difference between this school and the rest of the
Mm,
schools?
um, yeah, it's like we good at something than the others.
You are good
Um,
at something.
yeah, I studying at English major.
And what are you
Uh,
good at?
Maybe I'm good at um, I don't know. I don't good at something.
Oh,
Maybe drawing, I guess.
drawing.
Yeah.
That is like your talent.
Mm, and maybe do yoga, I guess.
You practice yoga.
Yeah,
How
I
often do you
used to.
practice yoga?
Mm, I used to practice in the summer, and now I'm busy with my still study schedule, so I can't take part in yoga.
Okay, what is your study
Maybe yeah.
schedule?
I used to when I get home from school, I continue to go to extra class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to study math, English, and literature.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What time do you go to
it's kind
school?
of easy. I go to school at about 6:30, I guess, or
6:30
maybe
a.m.?
later. Yeah, 6:30.
At that time you start your classes.
7 o'clock.
Oh, you start at 7, okay. Wow, that sounds
Yeah,
like a really busy schedule. And tell me
yeah.
something, is this your first time learning online?
Um, no, I used to learn with a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in with English.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, a male teacher.
A male teacher.
Yeah, and his name is Huge Grossmith.
Okay, very good. Well, we're going to continue. So, before we actually start with our classes, is there something that you would like to know about me? Something that you would like to ask?
Mm,
Or maybe
okay,
something
great.
that you would like to tell me, like, teacher, I would love if in our classes we do this or we do that, or I like my classes in a specific way.
Yes, of course. I want to do homework about grammar
Okay, you would like to
and
have grammar homework.
yes, and the pronunciation too, because I'm very bad at pronounce.
No, you're not very bad. Actually, you have a pretty good pronunciation. Your intonation is pretty good as well. What you just need is to keep practicing on your fluency, increasing your vocabulary, but you are learning, and that it's you are doing on the right track. So don't worry about it.
Oh,
For today,
okay, thank
I
you.
cannot give you homework because I
Yes,
did not have any prepared because I didn't know that you were going to ask me that. But I'm going to have
oh,
some homework for you for next week. So
yes,
don't worry about it. Okay,
yeah,
so let's get started. I'm going to share screen and sounds with you here. There. Can you see my screen?
yes.
Okay, we are going to start with this unit 37 and 38, time and the earth. The lesson objectives, vocabulary, earth science, measuring time, grammar in use, future using will, and the suffix shun. How can you pronunciate that? Do you have any
Um,
questions with the objectives of this lesson?
what is the future with you? I don't get
When
it.
we talk about future tense, remember that we can use will, going to, or shall. There are three ways that we can express future. One of them is will. For example, I will go to the beach tomorrow.
Oh,
Is it clear?
yes,
All right,
I
very
get it.
good.
Okay.
Let's move on. So we are going to start here with this video, and then we're going to answer some questions. What are the questions that we're going to work on? What do you see in the video? And can you name the planets in the video?
Yeah, okay, I will take note of that.
Remember that you can always ask me to play the video or the audio as many times as you need, okay?
Okay, sure.
The moon. The moon is our nearest neighbor in space. It is much closer to us than the sun. It is only 239,000 miles away. The sun is 93 million miles away. The moon is much smaller than the Earth. The moon is not like the sun or other stars. It does not give off its own light. It only reflects the light of the sun. That means the sun's light bounces off it. A planet orbits a sun. A moon orbits a planet. The moon takes 28 days to go completely around the Earth. The moon is not smooth on its surface. It has craters, big holes. It has no air. It does not have water. So there is no life on the moon. But people have visited the moon. Neil Armstrong, an American astronaut, was the first person to step on the moon. Moon phases. The moon looks different at different times. Does it change its shape? No, the moon stays the same. What changes is how we see it from Earth. But we don't always see all of that side. Sometimes we only see part of it. This is because of the way it moves around the Earth. Remember that the moon only reflects the light of the sun. So, when the sun is behind the moon, we can't see it at all. We call this a new moon. The night is very dark. When the sun is facing the moon, we see the whole face of the moon lit up. This is called a full moon. What happens between the new moon and the full moon? We see only parts of the moon. First, we see just a little slice. Only a little of the sun's light is hitting the moon. It seems to get bigger each night. Then we can see half of the moon lit up. Each night we see more and more of it. Then finally we see the full moon. After that, it seems to get smaller again. We see less and less of it. Then we cannot see it at all. From Earth, it looks like the sun is not lighting up the moon. This is called the new moon. Then the cycle starts all over again. These are called the phases of the moon. The next time you're outside at night, look at the moon. Watch how it changes from one night to the next. Let us now summarize what we have learned.
All right. Here, let's
Okay.
continue. What do you see in the video? They were explaining a lot of things. Can you try to recall?
Yes, the moon operates around the Earth and how it works, and the new moon and the full moon. And it cannot be. It reflects the sunlight from the sun, and yeah, that's all I remember.
No, actually, that's pretty moon. Can you name the planets in the video?
Yes, the moon, the sun, and the Earth.
Okay, very good. Let's continue. Okay, here we are going to listen. This is not a video, it's only a track. So we are going to listen and read the words, then listen again and say the words. We're going to skip this because actually you are
Okay.
pretty good, but we are
Yep.
going to listen. Here we go. With you, I am going to skip the easy parts because actually your level is quite good.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Page 68. Unit 7. Get ready. Words. A. Listen and read the words. Listen again and say the words.
Second. Minute. Hour. Month. Year. Noon. Spin. Orbit. Time zone. Multiply.
All right, as you could see, this is just some vocabulary that you're going to need. Second, minute, hour, month, year, noon, spin, orbit, time zone, multiply. I just need to ask, do you understand the meaning of all of these words?
Yes,
Okay,
I understand all of that. Okay.
great. What time is it right now in other places in the world? Do you know?
Hmm.
For example, right now is 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning in Vietnam. But here in
Yes.
America, it's not even Sunday yet.
Oh, really?
Right now it's
Okay.
9:30 p.m. on my Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
Do you know any other time zone different from Vietnam?
Mm, different from Vietnam. Oh, um, I think in China right now is half past 11,
That is correct.
and in Australia um is in the evening, two maybe 2 o'clock.
Okay. I don't know what time is in Vietnam, but I do know that in China it is an hour different from
Yeah,
Vietnam. Very good. How long does
yeah.
it take you to get to school in the morning?
Just 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, that
Okay.
enough.
It's not that far.
Yes,
Okay.
my home is uh near from school, so I have a lot of time.
Okay, very good. We're going to do this activity. Let's recall that 60 seconds is 1 minute, 60 minutes is 1 hour, and 12 months is a year. How much time do these activities take? For example,
Mm,
say good morning. Well, it says there 3 seconds, but I think it
no,
takes you less than
uh,
that.
yeah, less than that in the reality.
Correct? How long does it take you do your homework?
2 hours or maybe later, three
Or maybe
to four
less?
hour. Oh, or maybe less.
Okay, very good. How long does it take you to call a friend?
We used to um exchange in Messenger, so maybe 1 hour in Messenger.
Okay. How
Yeah.
long does it take you to learn to play the piano well?
I don't know. I don't like to play piano, but maybe if I must learn that, from 1 year, I guess.
1 year, okay.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to read a book?
It took me about 1 week to read a book.
Okay. And how long does it take you to brush your teeth?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, very good. The
Yeah.
next activity is to match each sentence with the word. You have two columns. In this first column over here, you have
Okay.
sentences, and over here you have a word. The idea is to match these definitions with these words.
Oh, yeah, get it. Let me see.
Okay, take your time.
Okay, let's start.
All
I
right,
think number one is the time zone.
you are in one of these time zone. Okay.
It's number two is E. Orbiting.
You can do this by walking around a tree.
Yeah, maybe orbiting.
Orbiting. Very good. Number three.
Is multiplying.
This is faster than adding, multiplying. Okay.
Number four, you can do this by turning in a cycle. Circle. I choose B. Spinning.
You can do this by turning in a circle, spinning. Number five.
Yeah. Is the noon.
Correct.
The
Very
one
good.
left.
Um,
Yeah.
are these definitions and words clear to you?
Okay.
Are they clear?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Here, look at this diagram. Here, let me see if I can.
Um. It's like a chart.
I wanted to make this a little bit bigger, but actually, oh, it's right here. Here. How is the reading? Is it good? Here. Look at the
Yeah.
diagram, this one over here, then circle the
Okay.
best answer for each question. Number one, how does light from the sun move to Earth?
In the diagram is in straight line.
In straight lines. Very good.
Yeah.
Can you
To
please
see
read question
clearly.
number two?
How much of Earth is dark? I think it's half of Earth.
Half of Earth is dark. Very good. Number three,
Number three is how much of Earth is in daylight? Hmm. Half of Earth, like in the dark.
very good. Now here, let's continue. Do you know at what time did the sun set last night?
Hmm. I don't understand the question
For
clearly.
example, um, right now is 10:41 a.m. in
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Last night, think about Saturday night. What
Okay.
time did it start to get dark? When you couldn't see the sun anymore and the night appears. Do you remember what time?
Yes. It's about 5 o'clock or more.
Okay. What different ways do you tell the time?
Um. Mm, I just know a little ways.
Okay. For example, if you do not have a watch and you cannot see your cell phone to see what time is it, how do you guess what time is it at the moment? What kind of things do you use to find out?
Um. Oh, I use my phone, or I can ask someone who know.
Okay, very good. How many hours are there in one day?
Mm, it's had 24 hours one day.
Very good. Okay. We are going to listen the second track, okay?
Okay.
Page 70. Read. Time and the Earth.
What time is it? That's a very good question. From morning until night, clocks help us to plan our day. They tell us when things begin and when they end. Before clocks, people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. They started work when the sun came up in the east. At noon, when the sun was very high, they ate and rested. When the sun disappeared in the west, they went to bed. Today, we know that the sun doesn't move around the Earth. The Earth turns or spins on an imaginary line called an axis. As the Earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. The time it takes for the Earth to make one complete turn is called a day. A day is divided into hours, minutes, and seconds. There are 24 hours in a day. There are 60 minutes in an hour. How many minutes are there in a day? Multiply 24 hours times 60 minutes to get the answer. 24 times 60 equals 1,440. There are 1,440 minutes in one day. We measure time by other movements too. The Earth travels around or orbits the sun. The time it takes for the Earth to go around the sun once is called a year. 1 year is equal to 12 months, or just over 52 weeks. To be very accurate, it takes the Earth 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around the sun. We divide the Earth into 24 time zones. Each time zone is 1 hour apart from the next time zone. For example, when it is 10 a.m. where you live, it is 10 p.m. on the opposite side of the world. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live, but on the other side of the world, it will be 12 at night. Thanks to clocks and calendars, we can measure time very easily. However, it is the movement of the Earth that really allows us to measure time.
Okay. Before we move on, what do you remember from this audio? What did they explain?
They explain what other places are in my time zone and how how a day lasts or hours last,
Okay.
and how to read the hour and how to redeem it into the second. Yeah, that all.
Oh no, that's fantastic. Over here you have these 4 words: axis, planet, accurate, and opposite. Read the sentences from the time and the earth, then tell me the correct answer. If you need to read by yourself or do a skim read or whatever, please feel free and let me know, okay?
Okay, read the sentence from this.
Yes, please.
Okay. Today we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. The earth turns or spins on imaginary line called an axis. As the earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. To be very accurate, it takes the earth 3,065 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around the sun. When it's 10 a.m. where you live, it is 10 p.m. on the opposite side of the world. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live, but on the other side of the world, it will be 12 at night.
Okay, excellent. Here, this is a little bit of grammar. You like
Okay.
grammar? Is that why you asked me to leave you grammar homework?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're good at grammar.
No, no, I'm not. It's just need to practice more.
Okay,
My teacher say a little bad.
it's a little bad. Okay.
Yeah.
As I told you before, there are three ways in which you can use to talk about the future. You can use will, going to, and shall. We are going to use will to talk about future facts, like something
Okay.
is true. Will to immediate future fact. For example, let's say that you and me are together in one room and the phone rings and I say, I'll pick it up. I'll
Pick.
pick it up. I'll
Um.
or I will pick it up. It's an immediate
Mm,
future, something that is going to
oh.
happen in the near future.
Yeah. Yeah. And we say pick it up.
Yeah, like pick up the phone.
Oh. Okay.
For example, what is the difference between will and going to? That um, if I ask, hey, what are you going to do on Tet holiday? You say, I am going to travel to Japan by Tet
Oh.
holiday. Going to is future, but it's not that near. It's like far, like mm, something that is going to happen in a while.
Oh. Okay.
In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live. On the other side of the world, it won't be noon, it will be 12 at night. Fill in the blanks to make future facts. For example, in 2 hours, it will
Okay.
be
Mm,
10
could
p.m.
be. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Number two,
Um. Now is 7 a.m. In 4 hours. It will be 11 a.m.
very good.
And number three is now is 7 a.m. in 8 o'clock in 8 hours. It will be 11 a.m.
Okay, very good. Here, now let's watch this video. Video number two.
AM and PM and the 24-hour clock. AM and PM are abbreviations that tell us whether the time occurs in the morning or in the afternoon or evening. AM occurs in the morning. It stands for antemeridium, which means before midday. You can think of it as before noon. PM occurs in the afternoon and evening. It stands for post-meridium, which means after midday. You can think of it as afternoon. In the AM-PM system of time, which is what most people use and what you are used to seeing, a 12-hour clock is used. That means that the morning goes up until 12 o'clock noon. It starts over again with 1 o'clock and goes through 12 o'clock midnight. In contrast, a 24-hour clock does not start over after 12 o'clock noon. The next hour, which we normally think of as 1 o'clock p.m., is 1300, then 1400, etc. Time goes all the way up until 2400 midnight, which can also be called 0000 because it is the start of the next day. Let's look at a few examples. What is 7 o'clock p.m. on a 24-hour clock? 7 o'clock p.m. is afternoon, so this is 7 hours past 12 o'clock. We can simply add 12 plus 7 equals 19. Answer, 1900. Note that AM and PM are not used with a 24-hour clock. It is 2110 hours. What time is it on a regular 12-hour clock? It is past noon, so let's subtract 12 hours to see how far past noon it is. 21 minus 12 equals 9, so it is 9:10. The minutes won't change. It is PM because it is afternoon. On a 24-hour clock, it is 6:55. What time is it on a 12-hour clock with AM, PM? Since it is less than 12 o'clock, the time will not change. This is before noon, so it is AM. Answer, 6:55 a.m. What is 12:05 p.m. on a 24-hour clock? 12:05 p.m. is just barely in the afternoon, but we don't need to change the time at all because it hasn't yet started over with 1 o'clock. Answer, 12:05. This makes sense because if we were to subtract 12 hours and get 0:05, this would only be 5 minutes into the day. That's the time right after midnight, not right after noon. Let's recall what you have learned so far.
All right, that was a really interesting video. What did you learn from it?
Um,